Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite side-scrolling beat-em-up games called Raging Justice. This game sells for $14.99 plus tax in the PlayStation Store, and it's a really great game. It plays very similar to one of my favorite arcade games. It was also a side-scrolling beat-em-up, Streets of Rage. If you're familiar with that series, this plays very similar to that. And the story is about this city that's being taken over by a huge gang of thugs, and the leader of the group is a mystery until you reach the very end, where it is revealed, spoiler alert, it is none other than the city's mayor himself that is funding these crimes and trying to take over the city. So he's become corrupted with power, and these three officers are going to make a stand against the gang, find out that it's him, and take him down. So now I'm going to show you some gameplay and let you see how the game works. It's pretty cool. We'll do new game. We're going to go with... Nah, I better not. I'm going to go with normal. I haven't played this in a while. So these are our three heroes. We have Rick Justice, Ashley King, and Nikki Rage. I'm going to play as Ashley King. This is the main character that I use. He has a really cool kicking ability that I really like to do that knocks the enemies back and kind of gains you some space when you need it in tight situations when there's a lot of enemies on the screen. So they give you a little tutorial in the beginning. You can pick things up. Now in this game, you can play as either a good cop or a bad cop. Now if you play as a bad cop, you basically just kill your enemy, and you basically will get money. But if you play as a good cop, you will try to arrest as many of the criminals as possible, and you will get a good cop score instead. And when you arrest them, instead of getting money, you will also get food. So if you're really in a tough situation, then it's best to arrest them, because you'll always get food that way. But if you want to play as a bad cop and you basically just want to kill everybody, well then, you can do that too. That's the flip move I like. Now if you hit these phone booths, there's usually food underneath. Yep. So you can pick up knives, you can throw them. I don't know how he's able to pick up that fire hydrant as heavy as that would be. Now you can actually kick that guy's dynamite back at him. I like that. There are also objectives. You'll see at the bottom of the screen there's objectives that you can do, and it's kind of like meeting certain challenges within a certain time limit, like arresting so many people or defeating so many people within a length of time. If you can complete that before the time runs out, you will get that as like a bonus to your score, because there actually is an overall score that you can get for like the top players. But I usually don't look at the bottom. I don't even notice them half the time. If I get one, it's just by chance. It's not like I'm trying to actually like fulfill these challenges. But there actually is a leaderboard screen where you can see like the top players of this game. So it's very similar to Streets of Rage. If you're familiar with that series, it's very similar to that. I would say it's a little on the easier side, though. I would think Streets of Rage gives a little more challenge to the bosses. I have beaten this game, but that was on another profile. So on this one, I'm having to begin from the very start, from the very beginning. Now that move you saw me do where he flings his book bag is kind of like a power move that you can do, but you have to use it sparingly. You can't use it a lot because it does hurt you. Now, I don't know why him swinging his book bag would hurt him, but yeah, they don't want you to overuse it. So you have to use that move very sparingly. Now, Ashley King was not originally in the game. Only the original 2 police officers were the main characters. They actually added Ashley later on. Now, this is like the first mini-boss. You cannot arrest this one, though. You have to finish it. Oh, I forgot. Now, later on, you can grab these guys, but this first one, you can't grab them for some reason. So you basically just have to keep punching him and then doing the flip to avoid him, like, breaking out of it. He has, like, this power punch that he charges up and then lunges at you. And when he does that, you can't stop it. You just have to get out of the way. So it's just best to keep going around him to avoid him being able to do that. He's pretty easy to take down, though. Oh, I accidentally pressed the grab button. You can kick, but I tend to punch. He has very fast punches. Each of the police officers play somewhat differently from one another. So it's just a matter of your, like, which style you prefer for the play style. So now we're in this bar, which was at one time the most popular bar in the city, but now you'll see how run down it is now that the criminals have taken over it. And these police officers have had enough of this, so they're finally making a stand, and they want to bring this gang down, once and for all. This game really does have some really awesome boss fights. You actually fight the mayor in a helicopter at the end of the game, so it's pretty intense. That's quite a difficult battle. But it's really fun. It's a really fun game. Now there's going to be a whole group of them here, and I'm going to have to fight every single one of these guys. And he's going to be the boss. And then all these mini-bosses will be characters that will keep showing up as just regular, you know, thugs that you'll be fighting on the streets afterwards. This is going to be pretty fun. Now, every time those guys that are really tall with the trench coats dies, they drop the stick of dynamite they throw. Here's a gun. So when you kill them, you always want to make sure that you get away from the area where they died as quick as possible, because there will always be a stick of dynamite there. Plus, you can only punch them so many times before they will break out of it. You can't constantly combo them like you can these lesser guys, because they will automatically break out of it. I like how the bartender is, as big and buff as he is just hiding behind the bar. He wants nothing to do with this. He just need her when trying to hit me. That's funny. Sometimes they will accidentally hit one another while trying to hit you. It's pretty funny. And sometimes even after hitting, you know, the other person they're working with, instead of hitting me, they'll cheer, which is funny. This guy, I'm just hitting him with a bat and he's not even reacting. I don't know if I'm doing damage to him or not. I didn't arrest any of those guys. Well, I didn't lose a lot of life, so I actually didn't need to. Oh god, look at this guy. Oh, and here's his twin brother. These guys one-on-one are not too bad, but when you get into a large group of enemies all at once, these guys can be a challenge. Because they will just come through like a bulldozer. And once they start running, you can't stop them. Like, when they bend over, you can get past them and you can knock them down if you stop them in time, but once they start running, there's no actual way of stopping them. You just have to get out of the way. And we did it. So this is basically how every stage plays. Every now and then you'll have a challenge of where a car will appear and you have to get out of the way. You have to make sure you're not always in the road because sometimes random bikes will come by and vehicles and they'll try to run you over. So sometimes it's best to just stay to the corner of the screen, either the top or the bottom. You don't want to be right in the middle in the street because you never know when a random vehicle is going to come by. I really should start arresting more of these guys. Not that I need the life, but it will give you a higher score if you arrest them. Better to be a good cop than a bad cop. Oh, and yeah, their attack dogs will come every now and then. Oh, two of them. No, I said I was going to arrest her. And I was about to bash her in the head with a baseball bat. And there's the vehicle I was talking about. I almost got run over. I had a feeling it was coming soon. I haven't played this in a while. So I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know exactly when. Would be cool if you could pick that rat up in the background and throw it at him. You also get bonus points if you hit like the birds and rats. There's actually challenges. And you'll get trophies. There are trophies for that. Ouch. You got me good that time. The bosses in this game are really unique. All of them have a different theme. This is one of them. This is another one of the bosses. Once I beat him, I'll show you another mode. Now when he's spinning, you just have to avoid him. Then he'll stop. Oh, he got me. Then when he gets tired, that's when you can attack him. I probably should have saved a weapon on the ground because that would have taken him out a lot faster than just punching him. And you can't hit him because he keeps just dodging away when he calls out his men. Well, his women, I should say. That was a cool combo. Oh, I thought she was going to be knocked out. I wasn't expecting her to recover. This one was actually the one that was knocked out. She got me with the taser. I wasn't ready. Alright, now she should be knocked out, yes. I had a feeling he was going to try to break out of it at any moment. There we go. He is defeated. He will show up again, though. That's not the last we'll see of him. Now, there will be levels where you will actually be able to ride a tractor and you will be just mowing down enemies. There will be so many of them, and you'll be able to just mow them down with this tractor. It's hilarious. I'm not going to be playing that far into it, though, but there's a lot more to come. I don't want to spoil everything that the game has to offer, but I highly definitely recommend if you like the side-scrolling beat-em-ups. This is really cool. There's a lot more to come. A lot more to come in the story. But I don't want to spoil everything. So I'm going to quit here. And I think there is another mode. That's the only mode that I ever play. But we're going to take a look. Alright, Bra. Okay. So this time, let's be Rick Justice. Oh, okay. So this is fighting various different bosses. So this was the stage that we had done in the bar. And then this is another boss that will be coming up. I'm not going to reveal too much about him, but this is another boss. This one's another boss that will be coming up this area, even though they're not showing him. This is the area where you'll be fighting him. And then this one is where you actually fight the mayor in the helicopter. So I guess I can't play these. Oh, I can. I didn't know I actually could. I assumed I had to unlock the level. Okay, I actually can right off the bat. Oh, they're waves. Okay, I'm not actually fighting the boss. I'm actually fighting waves of enemies. Maybe he'll actually show up, though. Maybe the mayor will actually show up. This guy looks pretty crazy. I actually don't want to reveal what he looks like, because once you actually see him for the first time, it's quite surprising what he looks like. Like, how did this guy get elected as the mayor? So, you can see that they do fight quite differently from one another. He just body slams them. Alright. So now I'll show you some gameplay of the third and final character. So we'll go back into Brawl. And now we'll do Nikki Rage. This stage here actually takes place at a pier. And it's actually one of my favorite stages to fight on. Oh, she's actually really good. Wave 1 complete. So I imagine the waves just keep growing more and more. Maybe a boss will show up if you complete enough of them, maybe. I've never played this mode. This is my first time trying this. If I can just get him out of the way, knock him out, that'll be one down. That's a lot quicker way of taking down your enemy too. So there are advantages to arresting them rather than just constantly fighting them. Because if you want to fight them all the way until they die, you're going to have to do a lot more damage. If you want to take them out quicker, the best thing to do is to arrest them. Knock them out by grabbing them, keep punching them, and then arrest them. And that way you don't have to completely drain their life bar. Oh, I didn't see that stick of dynamite there. Oh, I thought he was going to be knocked out. This guy keeps interrupting when I'm trying to knock the other guy out. They will cover for each other like that. She does a flip too. That's really cool. And they got me. Game over. And now they're in a barrel with dynamite. Oh, God. That's funny. Alright guys, well that was Raging Justice. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I will be featuring another game in my next video. Alright guys, have a great day. See you in the next video.